Hello everybody and welcome back to the city of Las Palmas. So today we are going to be focusing on this area down here. So in this area then we are going to be creating a sort of a waste processing facility along with a water facility here as well to deal with the water and the sewage in the city. And then we're going to be adding a cargo station down here, which means traffic is going to get quite a lot to deal with. And we're also going to have some warehouses down the back of here. I do want to expand it over here as the ore industry over here as well, but we'll do that in due time. But for now then, we'll get started with this straight away. So I do have a plan, well, a sort of plan to get this started. So we're going to follow this road down into this area, probably bring it up to around here. And then we're going to have this as the sort of the main vein of the road that will have to be destroyed at the minute. I do apologise. We'll probably sort of bring this round to maybe around here. And then we'll just bring that back into there. So hopefully these roads will help with the traffic of the cargo station. I do know that this area is probably going to get quite a lot. So we might have to move this and then put a roundabout in there. But we'll see how it goes. In this area, I want the water treatment facility. So we can bring this out to about... In fact, I'm going to bring this parallel with the train line. Bring it one more across, not to destroy the power line there. So we'll bring that to there, and then we'll also bring that into there. So that can be as footprint for the water place. And then this area, we might have to switch around. This side might have to be the garbage place, and this side... might have to be the water, but we'll see how it goes. We'll bring this parallel to there again, and then that might need roundabout as well, but we'll see how it goes for now. And then bring that into there, and we'll probably create another connection around here. So that's his main sort of... We might need one more in the middle of there as well, to be fair. So we'll do that. We'll put that in there. Beautiful. And then this area is going to host some warehouses for the ore industry to the side. And then hopefully here we can fit in some warehouses to host some of the commercial goods from all the other areas can be stored here. We'll do the warehouse zone first. So we'll go into here. And I want to get a large warehouse in here at least. So it might be good to create a secondary connection in here, and we'll input one along here, and we'll have the warehouse along this road, and then we'll bring this road around here. If we can get this parallel, that would be great. Bring it out to there. Bring that into there. And that should, if we delete that, and we bring that to there, and then we bring that in there, that's a nice little zone around that. And then we could bring it in off this connection maybe. Into there, yep, that will do. And then we'll bring one road close to the edge of there. We'll bring this down. And then bring this up. And we probably need a different connection at the different side. Maybe we can get one here, get a connection there. And what we'll do is we'll actually create that as a one-way in. So any trucks going in that way can only come in from there, so we won't have trucks backing up on this bit. Yep, and then we can get maybe a medium warehouse in here. Beautiful. And then two small ones here. And then what we can do is we can create a little bit of realism and add some paths to the areas. One coming from a crossing, which makes sense. We probably do need one here. If we put a path in along the back of here, I'm pretty sure people will be able to just walk across that. So that's all good. And we'll bring this all the way down to this crossing here. I believe we've got a bus line here, which we will alter. So we'll go into the bus line. And we'll go into the bus lines. And then if we come here and we drag line to add stop. And we moved a stop to here. And maybe one over here as well in the middle of there. That way we've got a little bit of services in there, and then we can move this stop a little bit along there, and then that's all good. So these need to be set to a stored resource. So this one I want to actually hold probably metals, because that's the biggest sort of processing you get from these areas is metals and steel products, for example. We'll set this one to glass and this one to glass, and then this one can also be set to some zoned industry or products, so that can go in the medium warehouse. Down the back of here, I'm actually going to import some trees if I can. So that's going to be that area. Well, obviously I'll do the detailing at some point, but I actually kind of like how that turned out. So what we've got, an advanced water treatment plant, pollution 28, noise pollution. So we'll add a few of these in here. We'll leave a gap, and then we'll leave another gap. So at the minute our only water supply is these water towers here. So we've got one here, we've got one there, and we've got one there. So I do actually want to keep the water towers, so we don't actually need any of the treatment pumps or anything. But we do want to move them to a more convenient location. So I'm thinking of moving them around this area. Because the pollution doesn't spread that far from them. We can actually use this area here as a water sort of area. So we'll pick up this one, we'll move it to here, and then we'll pick up the other one and move it to, can we get it on the edge of there? Beautiful. Here, and then I think we've got a large one. Where's the large one? There it is. We'll pick that one up and we'll bring that over to maybe on the edge of there. Okay, so we've got those little water things there. So we'll have this, I'll connect all these up to the water. And just make sure that them water pipes run everywhere. And then I'm going to use the small one, Eco Inland Water Treatment Plant. So we can put these, we'll put one here and one sort of at the other side of that. And then why not just add one small warehouse here just for effect. And then we'll set this resource to commercial zone goods. Commercial zone goods basically is where, and these basically store the goods, so a lot of trucks come into these areas. As you can see, there is a lot of traffic coming to these. And this is Silverstone Racetrack. I've kind of put them there just for effect, but we are going to have some over here. So we can select them, and then we can get a long one in there, and then we can get one in here. Can we get one in the back of there? And then maybe we can get a long one in here as well. And then all these are going to be set to commercial zone goods. And obviously these are going to help with when we expand over here as well. Okay, so that is our commercial zone goods area and our water treatment plant over here. I am going to detail it probably in the time lapse at the end, or maybe off the episode, so if you want to stick around for that, then it'll be at the end. So over here then, this is where the big boys come in. We need to do our waste processing complex. Okay, so we'll put this maybe on the back of this road. In fact, if we could somehow, if this somehow works, we'll be onto a winner. Get rid of that. We put a road in here. I wonder if we can actually get that in there. This means that it will hold more traffic around this area here. For this building to function properly, as you can see, we need a waste transfer facility, and landfill sites. So that is what we're going to put in here. So a waste transfer facility, and we'll put them along the back of here. We'll put 2 of them here, leave a gap. And what I want to try here, which is why I've left the gaps, which I didn't leave there, which I need to leave 1 more there as well, is the path technique. So if we set this to 5, I believe we can get over these at 15. It might be 20 then. 20. It will go over that, and then it will go over that. So what this does, it basically creates like a shelter over the complexes which you don't like the look of. If you turn road guidelines off and just use the grid, you should get a pretty nice looking, looks like a warehouse sort of. I actually really like the look of it. And obviously you can do this with different paths as well, which I'm going to actually try I believe this one has like a, yeah, that one looks great. Looks like a worn out sort of roof. Okay, so what we need here is the garbage disposal. So we'll bring in a road at the back of that, which can connect to there, and then we can get our landfill sites in here, and then we can do the same thing again. And it creates a cool aesthetic. I actually really like how that looks. So finally then, we need to create our cargo station over here, which means the traffic is going to get absolutely crazy. What I'm going to do is try and prepare a little bit for this traffic here. So if we turn this, hopefully if we do this, and bring that back up here, the trucks that come and use this cargo station here will, in fact, we can turn this all to a one-way. It's usually the way to go. Here we want our cargo station, so we'll go find the cargo train terminal, and what we need to do is try and place it around here, and hopefully we can get the tracks turned in here. What I wanted to actually do was create a secondary track down the side of there, so we're not backing up all this train track here. So if we go back here and we go into here and we come up to bring that along here, that might be a little bit better than having it come off there. And that should connect nicely to there, nicely. And then obviously we're going to have to bring it into the cargo station somewhere. So we need to bring it back down first to floor. Bring that into there. Obviously this is going to be a one-way. What we need now is a loop that connects this side of the railway to this little sort of runoff that we've got here. Or we could just have it connect to this one and then have them merge at some point. But for now we'll try and connect it to this point here so they can just go straight across. That's fine, we'll just leave it at that. That way we can get the trains from this side coming into there as well. Okay, so it seems to me that the traffic isn't actually too bad at the minute. Obviously it might get worse in the future. But we can see that that area just fits in nicely there. It just sort of flows from the ore industry. It's all linked together nicely. It's in a good location in this sort of central space between two areas. It's in a good spot. Fantastic stuff. I'm now going to detail this. You're welcome to stick around and watch the time lapse, but of course you don't have to. It's completely up to you.